Scott really kept his promise. Such a sweet soul. I will see you soon, Scott. Tammy, you seem very happy. What's the catch? Mom is nothing. I am just happy. That's just by the way. Have you seen my mobile phone? I can't remember where I dropped it. Check your handbag, Mom. The one in front of your dressing mirror. Okay. I have to speak to your father. It's urgent, before he sets off from work. Do you need something? I will ask him to get it for you. A box of chocolate, please. Okay, my dear. Goodness me, that was so close. What if she had seen me talking to Scott on her phone? I would have been dead by now. I should learn and wait for Dad.
Thank you, Mom. I was missing Tammy, and I feel good after talking to her. Thanks, really appreciate it.
Son, I am not comfortable with your relationship with Tammy. You have to remember you are still a child. You have to be careful. You were sent to school to learn. Whatever you do now will determine your future. At your age, your books is your priority. I have said enough.
Okay, Mom. I will make better choices.
You sounded urgent on the phone, and I am really confused as to why we should meet at Joe's. Is there any visitor in our home?
No, my dear. But I have to speak to you in the same way. I do not want to break Tammy's trust.
What is wrong with my princess? Is she in trouble?
Actually, she really likes a boy in her class. In fact, she thinks she is in love with a certain boy in her class. Tammy talks about this boy all day, every day. It's making me uncomfortable and kinda scared. She is my little girl, and I expected her to behave as such. But is quite opposite.
Interesting. How long has this been going on and I am now hearing about it? Who are we discussing? Do we know him?
He's not familiar as their first time meeting was in school. He's from a different part of the country. It's the school system.
Now you know why I was opposing when Tammy was placed in that school. Too far from home and we cannot keep an eye on her.
I am not happy with what is going on. That doesn't make it my fault either. She needed to grow. She has been home throughout. What do you think would have happened if she left home when she is 18? We need to find a solution, not blame game, please.
I am sorry if that came out wrongly. I will speak to her when we get home.
Dad, good evening. You called for me.
Yes, my son. Sit down. We need to talk. Paul, I need to know what happened. Did your mom and I wronged you in any way?
No, Dad. Why?
Disappointment is the least to describe how I feel about you. Is that how you are going to treat people when I am no more?
Treat people how? I thought we've gone past Jessica and Scott's issue. What did I do now?
You were on the verge of collapsing my factory, but all the report you have been sending me for the past years says everything is going on smoothly.
I am sorry, Dad. I don't know what came over me. I felt neglected and alone. I just needed comfort, and I guess money was the only available thing. I am a changed person.
This factory is your inheritance in the future, so do not for once think you are doing something to hurt me.
I know better, Dad, and I am truly sorry. I take responsibility for my actions. I will accept whatever consequences.
Saying sorry and proving otherwise is a waste of time. Look for Jessica and thank her. You would have been in prison if not for her.
Thank you, Dad. And I will take my leave. I have to finish up in the warehouse. See you at home.
Okay, go on.
Tammy, my child.
Good evening, Dad. Welcome. Is everything okay, Dad? Are you not well?
Oh no, I am fine. Just tired from work. Are you free tomorrow? I want us to go to the park.
To the park? That sounds nice. Okay. I will get ready by 10, if that's okay with you.
10 is fine, my dear. Okay, I am going to freshen up.
Okay, Dad. Good night.
Good night. At this time, join me, let's watch television together. You will choose a show, and lest I forget, I brought your box of chocolate.
Yeah, I will choose my favorite show today. Thanks, Dad.
Happy to see you, Jessica. How have you been?
I am fine, brother. I need to talk to you. Can we sit down first? My father-in-law came to see me. He sends his regards, by the way. He came by the store, and went out to the restaurant to have a chat with him.
That's quite interesting. Let's hear it. What was his reason for leaving in a haste after Jason's funeral?
As usual. They couldn't take the pain, so they thought of going away for a while. But they ended up establishing themselves. Now they want to see Scott. The last time I spoke to him about what is going on and who Paul is, he was nervous. You know, he is still a child and shy too.
I know Scott very well. Just give him the news and watch him adjust to it. You raise him well, and truly it's about time they take responsibility of the boy.
All right, brother. I will have a conversation with him when he gets home today. It's 5:30. He's probably on his way home. I have to be on my way. You know how he can be if I am not around.
I know. Such a spoiled brat.
I will take my leave now. And have a good evening.
Mom, where have you been? I have been home for over an hour but couldn't find you.
I was with my brother. Anything the matter?
No, Mom. Just unusual. Hope Uncle is doing well, by the way.
He's well. I need to speak to you, my dear. I am sure you know what is happening now with your father's family. Your grandfather visited me at the store today, and in conclusion they want to meet you and perhaps spend the holiday with you. I did not give him an answer. Wanted to know if you're comfortable with it. Inasmuch as Paul did us wrong, they are still family, so I urge you to find a place in your heart to forgive them. That is what Christ will do.
Mom, I did not know they existed, so how can I hold grudges against them? For the holiday I will go if you will. Because I do not know them and I will be comfortable if you're there. Please, Mom.
Of course, my dear. Your uncle and I will be there. I cannot leave you alone, especially your first time with them.
Thank you, Mom.
I will fix you something to eat. Join me in the kitchen.